So today let's demonstrate to you how to apply a kind of a paint or sealer, you can call it, in your garage so that your garage has got good value. So I'm using a right choice colored concrete sealer. So the importance is preparation. Okay, preparation is key. So you need to wash, dry your garage with hot air, give it minimum 24 hours, wait for daylight. Good sunlight is nice, so you have a good surface. Use a scraper, no high points. Preparation is key. Okay, so let me get started. So this is something very important, right? And I'll clean the entire garage and give it a good mop. Talk to you later. So this is the paint bucket you need to use. It's a right choice colored concrete sealer. It's a 20-liter bucket, gold in color. Okay, so that's what you need to use. Preparation, remember, scrape the floor, wash the floor, wipe the floor, dry the. So it is 7 meters by width and 10 meters by length with, it's a 3 kind of garage where we would put a hoist here so that we can launch 2 cars, and the other 2 sections is going to be single cars, so you can put 4 cars at one go. So it is very important to read the instructions. It clearly says about the time and the drying period and the different first aid safety instructions, as well as any emergencies. Everything is mentioned here, so read the book always. So we have decided to have a beautiful fridge in the garage, so we can have some ice, crushed ice, cold water, and some good Canadian coolies. All right, and the other section, some good food, sauces, etc., etc. All right. Safety stoppers are mandatory as per instructions by myself, and this will help in case of any kind of mistakes. So this area is going to be a kind of a toolbox, and the hoist will be here, so it's not necessary to have any kind of stoppers or bollards here. So that's the goal. All right. So a nice sweep after your scraping job is important. So if you see I saw a spot which I missed, so it's important to keep watching. Yeah? Okay, nice sweep, and then we will try and blow. So I've hooked up my vacuum cleaner on the blower side, but switch is off. This is safety. When you switch the main on, you make sure your switch is off here. And now we will blow all the dust. So this is nothing but a simple no-brainer kind of garage painting project with an installation of the entire hoist. I will later show you how we will manage the rest of the important part, but let's do painting first and hoist installation in another video. All right, it's just a no-brainer, so just watch. I will show you until I finish painting. Make sure you get these corners. Corners are very important, okay? And even this area. So we made sure we painted the walls. Yeah, we made them, we brushed them, polished them, vacuumed them, painted them. And now what I did was I scraped the whole floor, and then we gave it a good blow, and then a sweep to see if there are any high points. If we found, scraped. And now my first job on the oil rig. My God. Back to mopping. So we have to mop the floor. Make sure you don't put any soap, solvent, any chemical. It has to be just atmosphere, however it is, because the top is just cement, plain cement, hard top. Okay, so don't ever put soap, don't put any chemicals, just a nice water wash. No need of pressure cleaning. If you want, you can, but you have to wait for it to dry. So a good mop, good job. All right, talk to you after I finish the mopping. Yeah, I have a long job now. All right, back to the rig. Nice wash, gentle. Go in a very symmetric manner. Okay, all around. Get every corner. Okay, so that's the way. Don't miss any corner. A very symmetric kind of motion. Okay, not difficult at all. I'm doing it all alone, right? But I will get Leanne to point, dip your mop in the water, twist it, okay, just to get the dirt out. This was our first job on the rig. We first had to mop the engine room. Otherwise, you can't be a motorman. Simple. Okay? You will then remain as a painter. Let me show you a mopping trick, how we mopped offshore when we started first on the rigs in 1988. Okay, that's what we did. Okay. You have lost space? Yeah, there you go. You want to go to the other end? There you go. Okay, that's what we exactly did. So don't try it at home, it's not safe. Okay, singing is a part of my work plan, so let's sing along for some time. When I was young, my father said, son, I've got something to say. La 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 la, until my body he sits up. Remember, if your garage floor is dirty and with oil and grease, your method is different to prepare your floor. The garage floor I'm using is new clean, okay, a proper, well finished concrete bed. So that's the reason I'm saying don't use any solvent. So if you are having a garage that is utilized and full of oil and grease, clear the oil and grease before using a different technique, normally how you clean the floor, and then go back to getting out the chemicals out and to normal clean up, like getting it back to a normal floor. So before you paint, there shouldn't be any chemical in there, okay? This is a tip. So the garage is now done. I'm happy with the results. Looks pretty good, eh? And just waiting for it to dry. I would probably wait 12 to 24 hours. Looking at the dampness, I would give it 24 hours, okay? Because the cement sucks a lot of water, so better give it some time, and then we will, if you have a hot air dryer, please use it and try to dry it as much as possible. When you're confident, time to paint. So good morning. Today is the second day and we are now taping the skirting. So very important to tape. Yeah, put some tape so it becomes easy to paint, okay? That's what we do all the way, right? All the way you have to tape. So that's how we do the taping, okay? So today is day 2 and we ensure that the preparation has been done. So most important is we need to get the tape, yeah, tape all over the place. So every corner taped, and also you will see that you have to tape these corners of the garage door. Yeah. These corners, so you don't have to play with of works. Hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe we do the first coat today. So I will get back to you once we are ready to paint. Take care. So the reason for us to use a concrete sealer is the water goes below the concrete, so you need to seal it. If you don't seal it, your floor will always be wet with water going down and you will have damage to the bottom of the concrete floor. So let me show you demonstrate an exercise. So what I'm going to do is I will put some water. Let's do one more, you see. So we'll come back after half an hour. So I'm back after half an hour and you will see, the water has seeped inside the concrete floor. So that means the floor is drinking water, okay. So we have to seal it with a nice concrete sealer paint. So you make sure before painting, you need to give the floor a good vacuum, okay? A good vacuum and a good, use a hair dryer to give it a bit of heat so that, if there's any condensation, it's going to dry well, right? So let's vacuum. So a bit of a hot air, always try to use some hot air, a hair dryer on the floor, especially when it is winter time. So I'm happy with the preparation and it's time now to get my paint, the brush, close the garage so that we have some kind of keep the temperature as hot as possible inside. Of course, it's winter, that's the problem. We can't manage to have a hot atmosphere, so it's better to close the garage and prepare for painting. Good luck. So let me run you through the tools that we'll be using throughout the painting process. So I definitely have this lovely paint or a colored concrete sealer. Okay, let's call it a colored concrete sealer. And then as usual, the scraper to scrape if there are any height points, a screwdriver in case, working gloves, a roller with a long handle. These are the liners. These liners we use on this tray. So for example, I used a white paint. I have not cleaned the paint, but I'm using this liner, so you save cleaning and you can throw this away. This is a bit of a different design, but we can use it. This is to to make sure you rotate the paint, agitate it before you start your paint job. The different kinds of size of rollers, and also you have this to open your tin. If you have a different kind of tin, and all-purpose silicone sealant. This is to seal any holes. Different size of paints, okay, paint brushes, and a small container to paint corners, fill in paint. This is basically a non-flammable paint. So these are all the tools I'll be using throughout my paint process, right? It's very important. It's a masking tape, but it's for interior decorator. So it's better to use this tape. Otherwise, if you use some other kind of tape, it may peel off your paint. So when you tape the skirting, make sure you use a fit for purpose tape, right? So fill up any gaps with the silicone, all right? So this needs to be filled. You can see the gap here, small hole. So the paint is pewter gray, pewter N63, it's just like gray. Pewter N63 is the paint. and you need to make sure you stir the paint well. Okay, it's very important. So then you will get the actual color. Yeah, you can see how it's changing. Okay, once it's ready, we pour it into the tray, and there we go, we start painting. So you rotate, stir, agitate clockwise, and then you go anti-clockwise. Okay, anti-clockwise till you are sure that the mix has taken place throughout the 20 liters of this beautiful Pewter N63 concrete sealer paint. Okay, so here you will see, it's the silicone is done and it's all sealed all around, so that's very important. Okay, so this is my first test. Okay, we need to test and make sure it's all good, and in fact you need to do a test 24 hours before just to ensure that it's all good to paint, but we were pretty confident. But make sure after you wash the floor, you give a 24 hours wait. Today is our second day. We did not pressure wash, we just mopped, so we were okay with the say 16-17 hours waiting, right? So the corner has to be always brushed a bit more of paint, and then you can go a bit thinner layer, but the corner should be a thick layer. So it's important to wear a mask if you find the paint is too strong, so wear a mask. So once you finish painting the borders, you can start using your roller. Okay, so that's how you use your roller. Put some paint. Of course you need to stir well from the main 20-liter bucket and pour it into this tray that has got a liner, and there you go. Easy, and go line by line. So this is the first coat. We are hoping with 20 liters, with our calculation of measurements, probably we could get 3 coats. So that would be perfect. So you will see the paint job is going on well, but this is prohibited, not allowed. You find something like this, you better use your brush. Okay, don't allow these. Okay, and also I will show you how to paint around some important areas. You need to be very gentle, and this area should have some thick paint. Okay, thick paint. That's very, very important, right? So this is another area you have to concentrate on. It would be good if you would tape it up, but it doesn't matter, because anyhow your weed is going to come here and create all the movement and damage, obviously. So this area is fine. So that's how you neatly pour. Okay, be a bit careful, and then give it a wipe. All right, clean job. So if you're kneeling down a lot while painting, you can use a towel, and that's how you place your knee, and then you can comfortably paint. So if you see this one, these are the loose areas, so you need to kick it and then paint. Okay, and then bring it back and do this area, right? Simple. So another good tip you keep pathways left, okay, all the way, and then you start painting that area, and then you start painting, and then you come this way and you keep that pathway, and that's your finish point, and then you can go, you know, to your safe area. So that's how you need to plan your painting plan. All right, good. So that's how I've just overfilled it, but be careful so that you don't drop a lot of paint. You know, try to turn it around both ways so you can drain the paint. Unfortunately, I'm using a camera as well as painting at the same time, but I'm doing my best to give you a lot of information. Okay, that's how we do it. Okay, so what I've done is I've now covered the key areas, now slowly moving towards this end point. Okay, so it's very important. It's good to maintain a same flow pattern of the roller, so you know you don't change directions. But even if it's not really mandatory, you can catch up in your second coat. So in your second coat, try to be, you know, be as straight as possible and follow the pattern all throughout the paint area. The last area left, so as I said, I'm trying to manage and be so that I can finish the painting and come towards the door to complete the first coat. So tomorrow, after that, we'll give it 16 hours of waiting time, and then we will do the second coat. Cheers guys, have a lovely day. So it's looking all good, almost done. All the area is complete. I've left the door open for aeration, and that's my last bit, and just under 1 hour paint job is done. So the goal is tomorrow we'll give it a 16 hours wait time, and we will do the second coat. Okay guys, you all have a lovely day. So you can just leave a little bit of gap so that the garage door doesn't touch the paint, and ensure if you have any paint fallen on the steps, you know, a nice wet cloth. Okay, that's very, very important. Keeping the area clean is key to success of a good paint job project. Okay, I'll come back to you tomorrow and start doing my next coat. 2 more to go, eh? So the leftover paint, you can put it in a small container and store it. Probably you can use it the next day. This one, leave it to dry, and you can throw this and use a new liner, right? This is a replacement kind of a tray. Okay, so drop your roller into a bucket with water, your paintbrush. Possibly you could try to clean, okay, or next day use a fresh brush, a fresh roller. Okay, so today is day 3. We had day 2 bad weather, and day 3 will be the second coat. So preparation is back to normal. I could not use the old tray, so we put the new tray. I can't use the old roller, so I decided to use the new roller, and then I've got the brush. I will start the same pattern of painting where we started from yesterday. So preparation is you turn again, you need to make sure your paint is well agitated, okay, just like a mud agitator, but this one clockwise, anti-clockwise, and then you have your leftover paint. Even that too, you just turn it and agitate it, and painting will start. Okay, I will start in 5 minutes. This paint too, okay, it's better, then you'll get a nice color. Otherwise there'll be a lot of, you know, see here, there'll be a lot of sediments which are stuck at the bottom, so you need to stir this too. So the job will commence now. I'm happy with the area. You can see the area. It's well clean, nice, blowed, no dust, and looks like we're going to smash it out in hopefully 1 hour. See you later. So you will see the second coat is going on very systematically. It has got a particular pattern we try to maintain. So once you dip in paint, you better, try to squeeze it out a bit. Don't allow these things to happen. If there is something like this, please avoid it. Your pattern should be always very uniform. Okay, maintain uniformity. So second coat is over on this area. I'm left with this area, and almost half an hour, and it looks like we have a new employee here. Good on you. Yeah, all these areas you need to concentrate a bit well so that you get it right. Yeah, that's the way. Make sure you get it first with the brush, and then you go that way, and then you go that way, very systematically. Yeah, very important. So almost there. Just a small area.
Has look better?
Huh?
Oh, looks good.
Thank you.
Looks very nice. I think the third coat and fourth coat make it look even nicer.
Okay.
How about you do it?
Me.
It's going to be the end. All this mask is throw it away, and the last area. So looks like the job went on well, and all of you can do the same kind of job in your garage. Just a bit of effort, buy some paint, do it yourself, enjoy this beautiful job. It's very nice to be a painter. Okay, and you will love painting, and then you will start painting your whole house once you learn the trick. So, good morning. It's day 3 of this project today, and I'm just testing the floor. We're giving it a nice blow dry. Everything looks good, except for there are a few mistakes which I'll highlight to you. You need to always watch these high spots. All right. So here we go. Let me show you. You see, this is one of those mistakes you need to correct this morning. So there will be say 4 or 5. So you need to visually make sure where those mistakes are. Right? See over here one more. So therefore a good view, a good inspection is very, very important. Right? And I'm pretty happy with how it's all coming together. Okay. It looks pretty good, looks really beautiful.
It keeps getting lighter and lighter.
Yeah. So the job is going on as per plan, and you can see good paint job going on at the moment, and looks like we will complete this coat, and hopefully today will be the last coat, or maybe we go for one more coat, or I would think that would be the last coat. So it's all looking good. Painting is going on as per the plan. All right. So that's the finished product. Finally we finish the painting, 3 coats of this beautiful concrete sealer. Thanks guys, I hope you all enjoy this video, and definitely we are going to remove all the skirting tape, and the beginning of assembly today we'll start installing the toolboxes, and that will come up in another video. And of course this is the location for the lovely hoist. Okay, the hydraulic hoist is going to go here. Thanks guys. So the entire job has been completed and we finished 3 coats. Looks pretty good. Let me show you what's going on here. So pretty good, shining, and the job is complete. Well done. Everybody has involved themselves in completing this job, and I will now slowly get together and put all the videos together, and we will display it on YouTube. Please subscribe and watch this beautiful video. You can also paint your garage by putting the beautiful concrete sealer, and talk to you guys soon. Thank you and enjoy your day. Thank you. Bye.